Good evening, dear friends, and welcome to tonight's Boys from the Baltic Star. It is early Saturday morning, and when it's early Saturday morning and the three of us are together, we play 1 hour of Traveller. And that is what we're doing tonight. There's three of us here, myself, Ewan, and Sleepy Joe at the bottom. And we're here to bring joy and happiness to our lives. If it is your first time here, you're very welcome to join us. We like to think we're welcoming. We're quite different to some of the other stuff out there. That might be good, that might be bad, but hang around for a little while to find out. Like I said, it's going to be about an hour tonight, no break. It's a whistle stop tour, a perfect introduction, as it were, to the Baltic Star without too much. If you want to spend some points, click on the red sun at the bottom and see what's going on. I think I updated it properly. It's a dizzying array of options. Anything that's worth more generally does a bit more. But you can get yourself involved in the story. Name an NPC, give us a boon, make one of our characters tell a story. What else is there? Make Stefan steal something, make us hit someone over the head, make us raise a glass, make some thousand lizards scream in my ears. Thanks for that, Ewan. I'm guessing that was you. I haven't even looked who did it.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah, of course it was.
Who else?
Who else would it be? And all that sort of stuff. Chat, lurk, whichever you fancy. We're quite friendly, so if we're not busy with our role playing or our talking, you may find we join in with a bit of chat. But who are we? My name is Luke. I'm in the top right hand corner. Hello. I forget now this camera's back to front, so it's all very confusing. Hello. I'm in green again tonight, which is upsetting, but it is what it is. I play two characters. I play Kara and I play Soraya. There's Kara in the left-hand side of your screen. She's a hacker. She's a carouser. She is an artist. She is the ship's second best broker. And she's just having a good old time. And then second from right is Soraya. She's very happy. She's just got a big gun. And that's all you need to know about Soraya. A man who we need to know more about is directly below me. He's my brother from another mother. He is the Floof Meister General, the housewife's favourite. The man, the myth, the legend. It is Ewan. Good evening, Ewan. How are you?
Hello, Luke. I'm very good, thanks. I'm very good. All the better now the lizards have escaped. I'm all for the freedom of lizard folk.
You're against the captivity of lizards.
Yeah, specifically.
You're many things, but an animal enslaver you are not.
True.
But why don't you tell us what you are, who you play?
Who I am? I play in our Traveller. I was trying to come up with a clever word and I completely balked on that one. Our Traveller Space Odyssey, Stefan Miller, who's not a lot. He's a little bit sneaky. He's pretty dexterous. He lives on the goth side of the ship. What more can I say about Stefan? I also play Agnar Arnson, who is the old man of the group, the grand old age of 43, not 50, as many have led to believe. He's a medic. He's the best broker in the whole galaxy, so I hear. Barely breaking even.
That's what the woman he sold to thinks, anyway.
Exactly. It's all about perspective. He's not very good at brokering. He is reasonably good at military tactics and medic skills.
And quite good at civil engineering.
And he's getting there. He is now better than I would like to say the majority of the crew, but I can't back that up with any stats. He knows how to, repair a hole that was made in our ship by somebody setting up an explosive, and other stuff.
He knows how to, but he doesn't physically do it himself now, of course.
No, of course not. Of course not. It's far too old for that. Far too old.
Far too high ranking. What he needs is some hardy engineers, and fortunately we have hardy engineers on our ship and many other crew, and they're all played by the man at the bottom of the screen. He's at the bottom only geographically, because if you're looking at mentally, he would be right at the top. He's the smartest man in any room. He lives his entire life in the Twin Peaks dream sequence and is often found being carried around Faversham on a sedan chair atop the shoulders of 6 heavily oiled, topless Eastern European men. He is the Queen of Faversham. It is Count Buckules himself. Ben, good evening, Ben. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Very well.
Wonderful.
Yes, many apologies. It was my fault tonight that we were a bit delayed, more than a bit delayed.
People may notice that there's a smugness in my face that for once it's not my fault. And I'm playing up to that all night for once. Oh. Ben, if you were to be late to an event and you wanted to come up with an excuse, what excuse would you come up with?
So this has to be a fictional excuse, right?
Yeah, why not?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Because obviously sometimes people are late for actual
reasons. Yeah.
But let's assume I had to come up with one. Oh, how about I had one of my limbs stolen and had to go and get it back.
It's good, believable, I'd say.
Which limb?
Well, it depends on the event, doesn't it?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
because you know, if it was something that involved walking, you'd have to go with the leg.
Yeah, fair enough. And if it was to do with jazz in the 1960s, it'd be Harry Lim. So that's a really bad link.
That's a really bad link.
Remarkable segue.
Thank you very much. Oh dear, I'm really ashamed of it.
Let's segue into our evening of jazz.
Yes. Finally, I've managed to get us into a jazz segue.
I've been missold.
Luckily, tonight's an hour long, so a jazz stream is probably the right night for a jazz stream. So, you crazy cat, why don't you lay down the rhythm? We'll click our fingers and you can lead us on your freestyle way.
Okay, good plan. So, good vibes incoming.
Yes.
Our heroes spent the evening on board the Baltic Star. It was partly to get a rest, as they had an early start in the morning, partly to show Shrita around, but mostly to reconnect with each other and make plans and learn about each other's activities. Stefan and Soraya had made their expensive weapon deal and were going to collect their purchases at 8 in the morning. They would aim for pad West 29 at 9 to be collected by their new employers, because that's right, the party is taking on some honest work. They also had to be updated on Agnar's wheeling and dealing. By common assent, he'd done very well in his planning for the repairs for the ship, and perhaps slightly less well in his trading. Still, he managed to get 120,000 credits into their ship account, which isn't terrible. As the evening wore on, Cags decided to enter a drinking competition against a robot, and astonishingly was victorious. It's the sort of thing that legends are made of, if he ever finds out that Star Orica isn't a biological person. The plan is for just 6 of the travellers to go on the work outing. Agnar, Kara, Soraya, Stefan, Zoe, and their local guide, Shrita. The earlier trip to collect their purchases from Sergeant Krill outside the Morven Lights didn't require even that many. As Shrita led Soraya and Stefan through the morning streets, they realized they were being followed. Selecting a suitable corner, Shrita surprised the man who was following. He seemed very scared as she pressed a pistol into his chin and revealed that he was worried about the population decline on the planet. He said that few of the losses were Morven citizens, but Furfey and Asinti people are disappearing. He's been following the travellers because he thinks they're onto something related to those missing people, which is weird. Our heroes have tried to ask a few questions, of course, but they've been rebuffed whenever the shrinking populations are mentioned, so they have no reason to think they're on the trail of any answers. The man was wearing a Morven patch, but Shrita tore it off to reveal underneath the colours of Furfey. Such things are serious crimes on Nadi, but their captive simply said he thought the risk was worth it. When they let him go, he fled, but Soraya had made a note of her communicator number and slipped it to him. After that tense encounter, it was a relief to have a very civilized exchange with Sergeant Krill in the dingy car park at the Northern Lights. They got their weapons, he got his money, and he gave a little kickback of some sort to Shrita, which she said was unexpected. Lugging their new kit, the three made their way back to the downport through the morning light to join the other three and set off for their new job, which is almost certainly nothing to worry about. And that is where we resume the story.
Oh, Agnar, it's good to be heading back down into a mine again. Do you remember on Osin with those weird spiders and all the dead lights? Do you remember?
I do. I'll be honest. We've explored a fair few mines and underground areas. They, at my age, they all tend to blur into one. But
That's because you're
I'm
not wearing
glad
your
to see
contact
very-
lenses.
You're right. I'm not.
Old man.
So old.
So old.
A youthful 50, though. I would say, wouldn't you?
I would say I'm glad we haven't bought Sammy today. Of course, the last one was when she got bitten by the sand crate. Of course, and I feel Sammy needs to be protected at all costs.
It wasn't that long ago, but it feels like quite a, that turned into quite a thing.
Feels like an
We
age.
we went back to that nunnery.
Yeah, the nunnery.
We went back there and then into town and
Panunzio.
it's very exciting.
Yeah,
We've done a lot.
They've done so
Wouldn't you
much.
say?
So
A lot of
much.
experience.
Oh, so experienced. We're truly experienced voyagers, I would say. Experienced troublemakers. Experienced cave clearers.
Maybe. Troublemakers, yes. Cave clearers, probably at this point.
If we go down and clear these, would you say that we're experienced?
I would say that cements our expertise level at working in caves. Yes.
What sort of percentage will we put on our fee for next time? An extra 20% for the experience, maybe?
Oh, I would say if we could get signed, recommendations from all of the people that we've helped with their cave issues, then I'd say at least 20%.
Oh, at least. I hope they. I hope we get to where we need to be soon. Hope we can get down and clear it all nice and quick. Maybe just some raccoons down there or a baby moanth or two. Nothing to be concerned about. Biff baff boff. Clear it out. Let them down. Take the money. Job's a good one.
What? Do you mind if I ask?
Yeah.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What's wrong?
Well, I've never seen you quite so chipper this early in the morning. It's early.
Yeah.
Well, for you, it's early.
Yeah,
You seem in a really good mood, and I'm really happy about it.
thank you. I am in a good mood. I've got a whole new morning regime. It's it's crack. It's not crack. It's okay. It's I've gone for like a kind of I've gone for 4 shots of extra espresso this morning. I'm trying just give it a go,
espresso that we have on the ship.
Yeah. Whatever that is, it's full of something.
Whatever that is.
It looks
I'm
the
going to be
right
honest.
colour.
I'm glad it's not crack. I don't think we can deal with any more breakages on the ship right about now. They're getting quite expensive.
That's true. Whatever I've drunk is doing the job. I'm up for it. I'm excited.
I'm pleased for you.
Look at the size of that case that Saraya's carrying.
Would this be recognisable, Ben?
You mean would the contents be identifiable just from looking at the case? I'll tell you what. Let's make a roll and see how close we get.
An early roll. It's early for if we started at 11, to be honest.
It's like we're picking up the usual schedule.
So, I mean, there are all sorts of different routes by which you might recognize it based on either your military experience or your knowledge of catalogs or whatever, things that you've looked up and understood. I don't know which specifically. I mean,
guess
I'd be tempted to say
the case is quite a specific case, isn't it? I remember you saying it's like made for the weapon, wasn't it?
yeah. You might be able to recognize it using something like a sort of investigation kind of check, or anything you've got in military experience.
Investigate could work. Would military tactics? Would that be?
Probably not tactics.
I don't think he has much, if I'm honest. Leadership? Medic, probably not.
Probably not. Leadership might.
He orders around men with such weapons, I would imagine, into positions.
Yeah, that's it, because leadership is one that you use when you're assigning people to roles and things like that and preparing them. So yeah, maybe recognizing military kit would come under leadership.
Okay, let's go with that, if I may. What's the base stat?
So this will probably be I'm going, since you're using your actual experience, I'm going with education for this one.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one for Ragnar.
He's much better than his intellect.
He is our most educated.
Sure. That's an 8 on the dice plus 3 for an 11, please.
Okay. Yes, you will recognize it right with that roll, right down to the manufacturer, the individual company.
His eyes go wide for a moment, and he turns to camera and says, that looks like one of those fancy new espresso machines.
Yes.
It's probably poor timing. I'd imagine you're all topped up for the day. But
I did have to wait behind Cags this morning.
It is, and it takes a long time. The one that we've currently got.
He just turned on the tap and opened his mouth underneath. He looked in a terrible state. So to have two on the Baltic Star would be perfect. Oh, you really made my day.
It doesn't have to be a replacement. It can just be an addition.
Yeah.
And get a new top quality one.
Yeah.
Listen, I wouldn't hold your breath. I'm not sure that's what it is. It's pretty large.
Oh, what might it be?
If I were to guess, gun.
Oh.
Some kind of man-portable weapon.
A man-portable weapon. That's so sexist, Agnar.
It is, but that is the term that I've been taught.
That's just misogyny in the armed forces.
And as you know, I am very well educated, and I'm not very smart, so I don't often think about what I say. But I've been taught what to say.
Yeah, truth, by misogynistic bosses, passing it down from generation to generation, trampling on us women folk.
True.
You need to rethink your language. What sort of weapon
is
it?
Maybe we should have some kind of program on board the Baltic Star that a re-education program.
We should. I've got some PowerPoints.
Poor ex-military folk. Although it should be noted that my first drill sergeant was a woman.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's good at least.
And I kind of feel like my current drill sergeant is a woman as well.
Yes. Don't you forget it. Come on, let's go join them. We've got excitement. Excitement incoming.
Okay, so you arrive in time to find the other three waiting with literally holding a little transport for the set of you. You can, of course, pop into the ship if you'd like to for a few moments to drop off one thing, pick up another if you're taking different equipment. You've got a little bit of time, not very long.
I think Stefan and Soraya tooled up before they left in the morning.
They did.
From what I remember. But I'd like to think that Agnar has his wits about him enough, even in his old age, to not have to go back to the ship having just left it.
Are you sure there's no toilet on the transport?
Well, that will be the deciding factor, I suppose. It's true. It's true.
Kara's geared up with her usual sort of bits and pieces, so she's fine. Back suit, stun fist, lays her scope laser carbine, and pistol. There we go. Job's good.
Okay.
Agnar, given the capabilities of everybody else in the group, has decided to take the shotgun as his standard. His general go-to. Yeah, indeed. He very rarely takes the laser carbine, but he has included the holographic projector backpack with him just in case.
Good idea.
Is it still loaded with the Go Kara?
Well, currently, yes. That's saved in one of the presets.
Yep. Well, you never know, that might be called for.
No.
Quite right too. When we march triumphantly past the miners on their way back down.
So, when you're all ready, the 6 of you climb aboard one of these little automated vehicles. You have to go to one of the 3 main buildings before selecting a destination out on the port's surface. Are you heading to the northern one, or do you want to visit one of the others instead? You don't have to really visit, after all. Just have to sort of get there and then hit a different button.
I feel we're on a time limit, aren't we? I think we agreed a meeting time.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Meeting time is 9.
Yeah, we don't want to be late.
I don't know what the current time is.
Not far short.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's head straight there. I suppose the only one who might be interested out of my 2 would be Stefan. But, yeah, there's no reason to be late for a paying job, an upstanding paying job. Like that.
Yeah, quite right.
Excellent. So, as you make your sort of slight zigzag across the pad, you start to roll towards West 29. And as you get a little bit closer, you can see that West 29 has a small local transport shuttle sitting at it. The pad is easily big enough to handle much larger craft, so it seems a bit comical that it's there on its own, but naturally these pads are used for all sorts of different things. Both of the people you already met are there. They are standing outside, chatting among themselves as the vehicle pulls up, and the sort of entryway to the vehicle, to the shuttle is open.
Soraya will step forward to the front and hold out a hand to the 2 that we recognise to shake if they accept it.
Yes, they will.
Good to see you again. We've brought some of our colleagues with us. This is Maurice, and this is Maurice. She motions towards Kara and Agnar.
Life on your ship must be very confusing.
But in some ways easier.
Yes. Zoe looks a little bit confused and then walks over and offers a hand and says, "Hi, Maurice." And Trita looks even more confused and says, "Trita." The one with a red flash sort of nods and smiles welcomingly and says, "Hi, I'm a Villatern. It's very nice to meet you."
Ah,
And the other one looks slightly less friendly, but professional enough. He's wearing a green flash, and he says, "Carolinian, Lomis Carolinian."
turns of Varga, right?
Yes,
Oh. Do you say male
yeah,
or female? Sorry. Say
both male.
both male. Okay.
Sorry, Ben. Very quickly, Morvan's red, right?
Red is the sort of international.
Not of this, the one that we've got.
Yeah, the one you're wearing. So off-worlders or theoretically somebody whose nationality was on this island.
Yeah.
Yes, and green is Morven.
Cool. Thank
So
you.
Carolinian is wearing a Morven patch.
Yeah, wonderful.
Oh. Sarai looks up at the sky. A fine day to be heading under the ground. Shall we?
Absolutely. We've just got a couple more people to come, but make yourselves at home aboard.
Stefan will say a couple more of your people, and he'll gesture towards sort of the group as an entity.
A couple more hires.
Ah, that's what I thought. Perfect. We'll do just that, I guess. We'll look at everyone else.
Oh, what are the chances they're called Maurice as well, eh? Maurice?
I'm sorry. Which one? Who are you speaking to?
Well, whoever it is, it may be Maurice that will answer.
That's true. Currently.
That's why it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
No, not to mention when you go into the bathroom and it's Maurice's toothbrush is there. It's yours.
That's true. That is helpful.
Labels in the kitchen fridge. Maurice's leftover toasted sandwich. Oh, that's mine.
Yes, quite right. So, are you heading aboard to settle in?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. The shuttle looks in reasonable shape, workmanlike, not particularly polished, if you know what I mean. But it doesn't look horrific. And it's just fitted out for seating, no longer term accommodation.
Commercial.
What it looks like.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's got a few badges, like corporate logos on it. It gives the vague feel that it might be used by a mining company generally to move people back and forward.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. And they either own it themselves or they lease it from a company that does such things.
Any logos that we would have seen around Morvan in general?
I'll tell you what, roll a streetwise for me. See if you picked anything up with intellect.
I would say probably at this point this is Stefan having a pry. It feels a little bit cheap, but I'll take it.
Uh-huh.
It's an 8 plus 2 is a 10.
Okay.
He has the master experience of. Okay.
No, you
Okay.
haven't spotted any of them. But with that roll, the something does occur to you, which is that the logos do seem to be noticeably black and white, and things that were Morven tended to be more green. They included green in their logos.
Have we seen anything else particularly black and white around? Because the other
Blue.
places have their own colours.
They do.
One's
Black and white
blue.
is the Dacinti
Yeah.
nation.
Fur face blue, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. So though you haven't recognized these ones specifically, if you were guessing, it might be that these badges represent Dacinti entities.
Yeah. The companies rather than
Yes.
the shuttle or the. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So if it's as if you wouldn't know for sure because people sometimes do different things, but
Yeah.
you would guess that, because it's red, white, and blue, it might be British, that kind of thing.
Yeah. He knows nothing about marketing. Could be design choice.
Yes, indeed, it could be that. And if it is, then obviously there is kind of a theme. But these things are not exact. People do choose different things.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. He will make his way inside and find a seat somewhere. Have a little look around.
Okay. There are seats. They look sturdy, businesslike. They haven't been made for absolute luxury. This is regular commercial movement of people. This is not quite the standard of accommodation you're used to on the Baltic Star.
No holes anywhere.
Nothing that would alarm you, no.
No. Very, very different to the Baltic Star.
No slightly darker side.
Yeah.
The bloody shadowy side of the shuttle. Cara will bound in and find a seat. Of all the seats available, she'll grab the one right next to Agnar and then bounce up and down on the seat a little bit like a 6-year-old.
Okay.
Get a bit comfortable, just right next to him. Move over, come on, move over.
Yeah,
you're
clearly the way to go.
You're getting wide. You're getting wide, Maurice. Come on. I can't get my belt in. Come on. Squeeze up. Squeeze up.
He'll awkwardly squidge up against get some kind of bulkhead, I suppose. There you go. You've got enough room now.
Yeah.
Listen, now you're plugged in. Why don't you put some music on?
I've got just the mix. I found some I found some of your old Varga opera.
Oh,
and I've remixed.
Beautiful.
I've remixed it. I've put a better beat on it. Put some a more modern vibe to it, if you like.
When you say better and modern, that feels conflicting.
It still keeps the essence of the Varga opera. Not much of it.
Okay, let's give it a go.
Let's put it on nice and loud. Let's get the energy right for this.
Which ones did you choose? They're classics.
Yeah, very much so. I think I chose the Wrath of Huey Livingston. I didn't know there was a Varga called Huey Livingston.
If you listen to it all the way through, you'd realise that there wasn't.
I've cut out most of it. I've just looped the same sentence over and over again.
Oh, it's that type of modernisation, is it?
Yeah, it's good though. It's good. It's better, I think. We'll see what the others think. I don't know how long the drive is, the flight is, but we'll keep it on the whole way and we'll see.
Mm-hmm. So it's just a few moments when 4 people enter the shuttle after you. 2 of them you've already met. They were the 2 from outside. And the a Carolinian, who's the Morven person, heads towards the cockpit area to get the shuttle moving. The other one, the Varga, who's from off-world, he perches on a seat near the front and looks around, beaming at everyone, clearly happy to be getting on the way. There are 2 others who come in. They're both human, and they are the only people who aren't wearing a coloured flash at all. You've got used enough to these flashes now that you notice when they're missing.
Have we seen many other people without any at all?
Except for people who haven't got to one of the 3 buildings yet, you haven't seen anyone without one. You haven't seen anybody in the city without one, and even in the spaceport, most people have one.
Kara reaches her hand over to one of them. Says, "Hi, I'm Huey. How you doing?"
The woman gives a nod and says, "List."
Ah, like the classical musician.
Not spelt the same way.
Ah, you're a woman of culture. How are you spelling it?
List.
She whispers into Agnar's ear. You see, Maurice, I always like to use a cultural quote to trick them to see if they are a person of culture or not. She knew. You keep an eye on her.
Mm-hmm. The other one, the male, sits himself down next to her. He seemed to be carrying big, heavy kit for both of them because he's got 2 heavy bags on him, and he plonks them down in front of the seats and then turns around and gives a quick nod to your group and says, "Revik."
Stefan nudges Soraya, just heads towards the big bags of kit and says, "Got some competition."
How's Revik spelt? With a K or a C?
With a Q on the end.
Oh, sci-fi. Soraya looks at her sort of next to the seat and pats it. Says, "It's what you do with it that counts."
That's certainly true when it comes to weapons. Yeah. A few moments later, the hatches close, and the shuttle takes off. Quickly turns and begins accelerating across the island of Pericor. And because the island isn't that big, very, very soon afterwards, it finds itself over the sea.
Ben, how old is the Varga? Generally, give or take.
Yeah, you'd probably be able to tell just by looking. Probably somewhere mid-30s.
And from Agnar's perspective, is he enjoying the remix of the classic Varga opera?
It's hard to tell because he's looking. I suppose it's reasonable to say he's looking more focused on what he's doing right now. He's not really being all that chatty.
Agnar won't lean into it too much. He'll feign indifference, I suppose, until he can catch a vibe from the younger crew and see whether it's something to be into, especially after Kara's comment about judging for those that are culturally inclined. He doesn't want to make a misstep.
Eventually, he does speak up. He just glances around and says, "We should be flying for a couple of hours. Yeah, most of it over water."
Heading quite a long way out.
Mm.
Oh, do you remember the last time, Maurice, that we went out over the ocean for a long time to caves? Yeah, that's the sea bats.
The sea bats, I do,
the
and
groins, the poo.
the groins, the weird carvings, not quite carvings. Am I not misremembering?
Yeah, you see, halcyon days, I'd say. Have you ever been to Geek Miss List?
She she shakes her head. Can't say I've had the pleasure.
Oh, but you should. There's a wonderful place called Earth Park. I don't like to shoot pats Agnar on the shoulder. I don't like to bring it up too much around Maurice because he does have a lifetime ban from there, unfortunately. But it's well worth a visit if you ever get a chance. Geekers, worth the trip.
I'll add it to the list.
Add it near the top.
Sure.
Stefan, I'll chip in. Are you both local?
She gives a little smile and says, not exactly.
Say no more. Say no more.
That does seem to be her plan. Yes.
I'm very good at reading when people don't want to divulge any more information about the question I've just asked. So, my apologies.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on the flight?
Not particularly. Just enjoy the good vibes. I'd say the vibes are pretty good right now. I don't know
Vibes
about you.
We're doing okay.
Yeah, I think we should go up at least a level. I feel.
Yeah, I'd say they're on the more favourable side of the halfway point.
Let's go chill. Let's chill. Let's chill the vibes.
Okay.
We can't quite trust them, but they're living with us quite well.
We've got some lo-fi Varga opera remix on the go.
That's it. Kara keeps slapping Stefan's hand away as he's trying to flick it over to some Robert Smith.
So, a couple of hours later, both of your employers have spent most of the trip in the cockpit. Sometimes one of them coming back for a few minutes, sometimes the other, but there's always been one at the controls. And eventually the Varga turn comes back and sort of gets everyone's attention quickly. He says, we're just feet dry and coming into the mine complex. The area is pretty large, but we've cleared most of it of people. So there's not a lot going on down there, in case you're wondering where everyone is. As we've had these interruptions in work, so rather than keep everyone sitting around and paying them, we thought we would frankly give them the use of some of their holiday days.
Oh, that's very kind of you. I'm sure they enjoyed that.
Well, I don't know. The key thing is, if they're not working anyway, they might as well be using up their holidays rather than our work days.
Oh. Kara definitely shoots Agnar a look at that.
He says, right, when we get down, we'll show you the entrance to the mine. Does anybody have any questions about the actual job?
Please go on. Luke.
What?
I heard. Did I hear an intake of breath? I might have been,
Not really.
might have been on the wrong page.
I
In
thought
which
you were just setting
case,
me up.
which case, Stefan he'll sort of. He won't make it obvious, but he'll pay attention to the other two as he asks, and just say, if you've had any more information about what we're likely to encounter down there, that would be useful.
He gives it a thought for a moment and he says, nothing specific. The miners don't want to talk about it, and they just don't want to go down. Now, you know how it is. You have people who get funny ideas in their head. You've got to deal with it. I wish I knew. Don't anticipate any particular trouble, but you don't know.
No, of course, and that's why we're here.
Exactly.
Indeed. Was there any noticeable reaction from the other two sat with us?
No, they look as if they are pretty much ready. The only thing that happens is while this chat is going on, the two of them are not hurriedly, but opening their bags and beginning to assemble what looks like some very well-used military-style kit. Extra armor pieces, communication helmets, and some weapons.
Do they, compared to our standard of gear, how does it compare?
Interesting.
It's probably older, definitely a little bit lower tech, but it looks well made, older, lower tech.
Yeah.
They would give you the impression of professionals.
Yeah. Good. Kara looks over to them again and nods at the gear. Nice gear. I guess you make a living out of this kind of thing.
There's a bit of a snort from List. It says, "Not a very good one."
How much are they paying you for this? Hope they're paying you fairly.
She, I'll tell you what. Can you roll a persuade for me, please, with social?
Yes. I'm glad Kara's back on board for the social roles.
Never be ashamed to ask your colleagues how much they're earning.
I've learned that from my previous job when they actually told people off for asking each other, and I nearly blew a gasket at that because it's illegal to stop you from asking your co-workers how much they earn. Here we go. That's when me and Ewan found out that Ben gets paid per stream. It nearly broke the relationship down, quite frankly.
It did.
We got round it
downstairs for at least a week.
But now he has to do the washing up on Mondays and Thursdays, and always has to buy the first round when we go out. And now we're okay. That's a very good roll, actually. That's an 11. Kind of a waste of a good roll, I feel. 11 plus 3 is 14.
Okay, that's a very, very good roll. She seems to see this as an opportunity to feel you out as to what you're getting paid as well. And she says, 20 each.
$20 each for turning up, or 20 each for doing a decent job?
Just 20 each.
She turns to Agnar. Looks like they're expecting them not to live by offering them that. Right, they don't have to pay them.
You say that out loud.
Yeah. Why not? Let's do it.
They can hear you.
Yeah, let's do it.
Agnar says back.
Yes. List immediately laughs. And she says, yeah, that's what every job assumes. And so far, I've always proven them wrong. And as for Revik, he's proven them wrong more often than not.
We can tell.
Fantastic. Well, I'm glad. I hope we don't slow you down when we're down there.
She smiles and says, just as long as we're on the same page, and gives a little sort of nod of the head.
Absolutely. We're pretty good at not letting the people we go in situations with die, aren't we, Maurice?
We are. We certainly are. We certainly are. And Agnar gives her a little. Tries to be discreet, nudge in the side, and taps his badge. His his off-worlder badge. Retiring already to this world. Taps his off-worlder badge. Just nudges her in the side.
They pick you up straight from your ship?
Who are you asking, sorry?
List.
No.
Just, I like the way you guys go about things. I noticed you've not got a badge. Not that we're dobbing you in. We're off-worlders. We've only got ours because, we wanted to get hotels and things like that.
She gives a glance down as if she's noticing for the first time. And then she says, yeah. What are those things?
Maurice?
No. I was just going to say, Ben, is that a believable reaction?
I don't know. Do you want to sort of try to make a deception roll, see if you think she's lying?
I would love Stefan to, but Agnar is the one who's
okay
involved in this, and
with intellect, please.
Can Kara get involved too, as she's the one that's conversing? If these two seem to be the ones that are part of the conversation.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you roll and we'll make it a task chain?
Oh.
So we'll basically take the sum of the effects.
Sounds lovely.
So that will be deception with intellect.
That's by far my worst roll of the evening, with a 2 on the dice, +1, +0. For a 3, please, Ben.
Right, so what do I need to hit? So what do I need to hit, Ben, to make it work?
You would need +5, 13.
Okay. Well, I've got a +3.
Okay.
Let's give it a go. Hang on a sec. Let me roll then. So I need to get a 10.
You need to get a 10.
Let's see. There we go.
And you've got your special dice.
My special dice. I've got the trainer and everything.
True.
Ooh. It's a 5 and a 2 plus a 3 is a 10. Not enough.
Not enough. You have no idea. She might be genuinely curious, or she might be trying to, mislead you in some way.
Sorry, Luke.
That's all right.
That was a really bad roll.
We can't always succeed.
We can't.
So in that, because they don't really get it, and Agnar hasn't prompted her with an answer, Kara takes it at face value. Oh, they're when we went through check-in, I suppose we were given them as outsiders. All the places have got different colour badges. If you see the guys that have hired us, depending on what sort of people group they play a part of, I suppose. And apparently, it's illegal to wear ones that aren't yours, and illegal to wear one not wear them at all. Apparently,
Okay.
that's why I asked. You stuck out. That was all. We've only been here a couple of days, and Maurice, we've not seen anyone without them, have we?
No, not anybody that hasn't passed through some kind of port off their ship.
Yeah, which made us wonder if they just picked you up straight from your ship before you didn't pass through, really.
Yeah.
Oh no, not the ship, but we didn't go into the city.
Yeah.
We hung around the building at Furfay,
Oh,
looking for some work. You know.
You should check out the city at some point. Not now, obviously, but it's an interesting place. There is work, I think, to be made. That's certainly where we found work.
Well, as it turns out, we found work just sitting on our backsides.
Yes.
well, after this, have a sleep and get some more work, I suppose. Keep earning those credits. You saving up for anything?
Oh yeah, always.
Oh, nice. I bought Maurice here a beautiful space. What's the space chest called again? Ewan, do you remember?
Ewan.
Oh,
yeah, it's in my notes somewhere.
Tactical.
Exactly.
I bought my friend Maurice here a beautiful Tactica set with mine. Saved up for a long time. Beautiful pieces, exquisite. So it's nice to treat friends from time to time.
It's true. I bought my friend Maurice here several branches.
Oh,
at least.
Exactly. And someone who we don't know bought my friend Maurice a fruit basket because it was his 50th birthday yesterday.
You say 50th. It was my 43rd a few weeks ago, if you would believe such things. He'll gesture to his less than fine physique.
Well, Liz sort of sits back once she's got all of her kit on, and she says, "Well, like most people in this game, I guess we're just saving up for new backsides."
I'd recommend the negating the backside for a short period of time. You've clearly seen as and splashing out on a fruit basket or a brunch. It just makes life a little bit more tolerable, wouldn't you say, Maurice?
Is Agna, are you trying to hit on her, saying that she doesn't need to worry about her backside?
No.
This is really awkward.
Of course it's awkward now you've said that.
Women. All those things I've taught you when we've been out at bars about how to approach these things. Honestly, it's embarrassing being around you sometimes.
Wouldn't you say, Maurice? He'll say it in an overtly loud manner.
Whatever you think of her backside, you don't need to share with me, Maurice. No. Oh, come on. Let's prep. Come on. Look, our friends here are prepped, ready to go. Our friend Maurice here's got a wonderful new weapon. We've got our gear. Let's get ready to hit the ground running.
And as you say that and start to grab your stuff, you can feel the shuttle begin to descend. It reaches the ground fairly quickly, no delays in its approach pattern or anything, and lands on a blasted flat area which has clearly been prepared for shuttles to come and go. Immediately the door opens and the ramp drops, and everyone starts making their way down. Outside, the atmosphere is, like on Pericor, fairly miserable. You need your breath mask. The sky looks clear, and you seem to be on what looks like a piece of a mountain which has literally been cut away like a big slice taken out of the side of a mountain. They, if you imagine a peak and you kind of drop down from the top and then sideways out as if you're filleting the mountain, you're on the flat bit that came out from the side. So behind you, in one direction, the sort of big plateau area just falls off to nothing, and the other way, there are a series of identically sized machine cut entrances into the mountainside.
Wow. Looks like man has gotten their hands on this. Isn't that right, Maurice? Look at this. Carved it away, taking what they need. She's going to be our place of work for the next few hours.
It's kind of to be expected, I would say. Wouldn't you?
Well, what are your philosophical thoughts on progress as a people group?
Progress as a people group.
Just in general, us beings in a universe together. Progress like this, is it worth the pain we force upon the landscapes?
Well, that's quite a philosophical question.
Well, now that you're the best broker on the ship, you're probably the best philosopher as well, aren't you?
Well, arguably yes, but I also am at heart a Luddite, and as
I don't
such,
hear anyone disagreeing.
It comes with the age, you know, being quite so well advanced in my years.
Just like the 3 a.m. trips to the toilet I hear you make every night.
No, without fail. Have you noticed how regular they're becoming, though?
Yeah. You wake me up every time you grumble and moan.
That's the dream of a 43-year-old Varga, I tell you. same time every night. At least
regular
consistent, if nothing else.
Military days.
Well, as everyone sort of hustles their way down the ramp and takes a look at these 5 identical-looking mine entrances, you're a fair walk, like, you know, a few hundred meters away from the entrances themselves. It's a big open area, this. And Carolinian points to the one on the left, the extreme left, and says, "That's the one. The job's in there." It's based on where you know you are, and it's actually the southernmost. It's the western side of the mountain that's intact, and this is the eastern side that's been cut away. So the one on the left is actually the southernmost of the entrances. And glancing at it and then back again, Zoe nods to Shrita and says, "Stay close, okay?" And at the same moment, your 2 new companions, the woman sort of holds up her forearm at an odd angle like this, and her male companion does the same thing, and they sort of bash forearm to forearm. And she says, "No risks," and he smiles and says, "No survivors." And they turn and start humping their way towards the mine.
Oh, Kara's going to shift a side eye to Agner. Well, at least it's on the far left. It feels like our natural direction to take.
Is that your philosophy showing again? Can Stefan turn to was it Lomis that said about the job being on the far left?
It was Carolinian.
He'll turn and he'll say,
Yes,
do they all link up, or
no? They're all separate mines, different depths, different objectives.
Wonderful. How deep does this one go?
Oh, not too bad. A couple of 1,000 meters.
Okay. Nothing we haven't handled before. And look around awkwardly.
Oh. Come on. The sooner we're down, the sooner we're back up again with credits in our pocket. And we're closer to a brunch in our bellies.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Maurices. Let's go. Maurices. Maurice.
What is a group of Maurices?
Yes, it's hard to know. Maurices? Or is it just more Morris?
I like it. That works.
Yeah. So you make your way towards the mine entrance, following the other two. Shrita seems bouncy, excited, enthusiastic to be there. Zoe, as you can imagine, looks professional but not bothered particularly. It's just another day. But Shrita is grinning all over her face. She can't wipe the smile off her face.
Matching Cara in espresso for espresso.
Quite possibly. And as you walk to the passageway, you see List and Revik step inside, and once they are inside, that for a moment you see a sort of slight darkening, and you kind of lose sight of them. But once you're inside with them, out of the sunlight, your eyes very quickly adjust to the gloom. It is a bit gloomy, even though there's a strip of lighting along the ceiling. It isn't bright lighting particularly. The passageway is completely smooth underfoot. It's sort of arch-shaped, going up and around and over the top in a single unbroken curve. There are plenty of pipes and conduits running down the sides, as well as a couple of protective rails. So if a vehicle were to drop something or lose control, it wouldn't crash into the power cables and things like that against the side walls. There don't seem to be any markings on the ground of any kind, and it's easily wide enough for a large, a mining vehicle, or potentially for two smaller ones to pass each other in the passageway. It's quite a substantial entrance. And as soon as they are inside, you see List and Revik get their weapons ready and carry them, literally ready to fire as needed. And they glance back at you, and List says, "Okay, from here on, if it moves, it dies." And that's where we'll call it for tonight.
Oh. Did they just give us the okay to kill them and take all our money and their money?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's
no.
contractual.
They seem relatively shady, but okay at the minute.
Cannon fodder.
I would say. Yeah. Oh.
Bit of shielding if we need it.
Harsh, but
God, but that's Agnar's military officership coming through.
It's the military tactics. When you reach a certain level, you realise that
the tactics come from behind rather than the front.
That's the way it works.
Yeah. Well, they may not be the most friendly of people, but they haven't yet come across as absolute sociopaths. So
I quite like.
Yeah, they're okay.
A woman of culture. I like it.
I would imagine that we come across in very much the same sort of way to other people sometimes.
Come across as idiots.
Sometimes.
Let's face it.
Yeah, okay, maybe not. Maybe less reserved. Less reserved and more idiotic. But apart from that,
I like to think we prove ourselves with our actions, and then people realise we're quirky because we can back it up. That's the goal I go for.
Let me know when we've reached that goal.
Okay, with Rose's catting.
Speaking of
Okay.
goals, we are.
Okay.
All right. Meanwhile, on the Baltic Star, as Zoe left the ship to stretch her legs, she idly wondered why you didn't often see people walking their cats. Rose's kitten Caboodle was an adorable little creature and was seemingly very excited at the opportunity to leave the ship for a short wander. Obviously, the cat needed to be on a leash, but other than that, she could run and jump and roam around, so people really should walk their cats more than they do. Technically, Zoe was accompanied by 2 cats, as Cat Aralesti, the pilot, was also taking a stroll. Zoe liked Cat for several reasons. The teenager was funny, sarcastic, irrepressible, in fact. She was skillful at her job and as diligent as anyone aboard the Baltic Star, not that the crew on average set the bar very high. The best thing about her, though, was that she seemed to get along with everyone. She had a natural gift for being the right person at the right moment. With Cags, she was gently mocking and slightly disapproving because he liked coming across as slightly disreputable. With Stefan, she was friendly and accepting of his little foibles. With Kara, she was always interested in whatever was currently the thought that was the woman's attention. With Agnar, she was slightly respectful but mostly familiar. With Soraya, she was wide-eyed and enthusiastic to learn. She was boisterous around Rick, quiet around Freya, cheerful around Gerg, and thoughtful around Rachel. It was a skill. She was also young. Her life had been one of luxury without privilege and comfort without safety, but she was young, and she still had a joy to her. As soon as she touched the dusty, blasted landing pad, she seemed to bounce across it, relishing the space, the sky, and the ability to run. Zoe was planning to run as well, but there was a slight snag. Caboodle had decided to leap through the frame of one of the landing struts on the ship. That then she madly ran around it. Somehow she'd also managed to jump through the strut a few more times, so now between Zoe and the kitten was a complex knot of leash. Zoe crouched and began unwinding the leash, but this activity seemed to interest Caboodle greatly, so she jumped over to see what was happening, through a different part of the structure. Zoe was making excellent progress in unwinding her end of the leash, but the kitten was just as quickly adding loops and knots at the other end. Eventually, Zoe turned to see if Cat would be able to help. The pilot was on one leg, spinning on the ball of her foot like a dancer, her face to the sky and her back arched. Zoe sighed. Definitely not interrupting her while she's communing with the atmosphere. That's probably a thing pilots care about. Almost got it. One more double loop to go and the leash would be free. At that moment, the teenage pilot decided she'd done enough spinning and crouched down to play with the kitten. So naturally, Caboodle ignored the most direct route to her willing playmate and leapt through the structure before turning around the landing gear again, rushing off to see Cat and immediately running around her a few times to make the pilot a part of her impromptu knitting exercise. It was at that moment, with perfect clarity, that Zoe understood why you so rarely saw cats being walked on leashes. Okay, thank you. Hope that was okay, Sparrow.
That was wonderful, Ben. Thanks. I almost forgot for a minute that we started off with cats walking cats on leashes. Perfect.
Yes, cats on leashes is a thing. I do see them occasionally, but it isn't that common.
Cats on Leashes, wasn't that a 1990s ska revival band?
Well, if it wasn't, it should have been.
It should have been. And if not, we can form it.
Cats on Leashes sounds like some kind of angsty teenage album to me. I'll be honest.
Right up your alley then.
Yeah. Welcome on the goth side of the ship.
Very welcome. They probably listen to that all the time. Cats on Leashes. Oh. Well, thank you, dear Sparrow, and anyone else watching. We appreciate it, of course. Thank you for this, for joining us for this evening. We're set up. We're adventuring next time. It won't be next week. because next Friday is my birthday night out with my wife,
Mhm.
and Ewan is not coming with me, but he's also not able to stream next Friday.
Maybe I'm not coming with you.
Oh, it's a big surprise!
Who knows? Who knows? Who
Oh!
knows?
And then I know Ewan's not available Saturday, so Ben and I will work something out for the Saturday. But I'm just faffing around because the big news is that today, we are back, and we are joined by the venerable Sock Fiddler for the latest episode of Cecil and Cecily. What could be better? Not very much. So join us this evening as we enter into what I believe is our stream with, weirdly, the most double entendre, the most sex talk, the worst accents, the most nonsense.
Oh, what am I doing here?
And Ewan as a special guest star. It's the one stream I make no notes for at all. I have no idea what's going on. I never make notes for it, and nor does Ben, and he runs it.
Well, it will be a new adventure.
We didn't finish the last one, did we?
I know, but it's been far too long.
Oh, okay. Yes. Refresh it all.
So by super heroic feat, you will have managed the last adventure, and you'll be off to the next one.
Oh,
beautiful.
I just assume success anyway. I'm excited.
Does that mean I need to make up a new character, or can I? Do I have to rewatch our last session and figure out who I was playing?
I think
you can be a completely new character.
Yeah.
If you'd like to be, because
Ooh.
Cecil and Cecily, they're a fixture, but anyone else can come and go as they will.
Of course.
Like the Karma Chameleon.
Mm.
Maybe I'll be the Karma Chameleon.
Karma Chameleon. Oh, big entrance. Well, that's tomorrow night. We're all looking forward to it. But everyone, please sleep well and have a fantastic day tomorrow. And we shall meet up for pleasant times. So good night, everyone. Sleep well.
Good night.
Get the kettle on for the hot water bottle, Ewan.
I will.
Ben's got washing up to do.
It's true.
Wait, what day is it?